Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Beavers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Offense set on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Offense in a bunch formation. Miller with the ball. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Quick pass on the jet motion. Alabama will get the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wide receiver now comes in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Already it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Finds his big tight end. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll try to pick up the first. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Gonna run it. It's Hankerson. At the 35, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Fast motion from the offense. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's McCoy. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he'll fire. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. After run, now throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Trying to get to him. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Avoid. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. 3rd and goal from way back there. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Field goal is good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David.
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Looking for a crease, it's Haynes. They needed that extra space as he bangs his way to the 14.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Try to get it on the ground. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Alabama pushing the tempo. Back to throw, it's Milroe. He's got the tight end. He breaks a tackle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And an empty backfield here on 2nd and short. Running back goes in motion. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Haynes. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're bringing heat. Catch in the middle, it's Henderson. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score Alabama 7, Oregon State 3.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. Fires into the end zone. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent of possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Here's the handoff. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The quick out. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. Motion from the offense. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And let's hold on just a minute here, as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's
going for it all. Touchdown, Oregon State! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Recovered by the kicking team.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
Handoff from the gun. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oregon State 10, Alabama 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give as they work on that clock. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
1 more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Slams ahead. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, the defense just too good there. They're trying to run it in on 3rd down and be physical up front. The defense, though, having none of it, creating a negative play and now setting up 4th down.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Milroe. Coming after him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Time is not on their side. Down 6 late, 4th down looming. They'll have to get this to stay in it. The back goes in motion. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Deep into the 4th quarter of this game, down by 6. They'll have to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Dances away. He wants a big play here late. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.